From Houston, Houston Baptist University and the Legacy Sports Network present Southland Conference Softball. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Cousins from Husky Field on the HBU campus in Southwest Houston with the HBU Huskies and the Incarnate Cardinals. This afternoon, a doubleheader. Two teams looking and needing wins. UIW is 5-26 on the season and 1-8 in Southland Conference play. But the Cardinals are ahead of HBU in the SLC race. The Huskies are still looking for their first win in conference play this year. They are zipping 9 and 8-16 overall. They broke an 11-game losing streak with a 4-3 win Tuesday over Texas Southern at Memorial Park in Houston. Here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's first game of the doubleheader. We'll have a single doubleheader today, a single game tomorrow. Incarnate Word, as we said, 5-26 and 1-6, coached by Amanda Gamboa in her 6th season over in San Antonio. And she'll send out this starting lineup. Danielle Ramirez is the center fielder and leadoff hitter. Marcela Lopez, the right fielder, bats second. Michaela Flores, the DP, is in the 3-hole. Alex Alonso, the first baseman, bats fourth. Christy Trevino, the catcher, in the 5 spot. Delaney Guzman, the third baseman, will bat 6th. Victoria Bratcher, the shortstop, will bat 7th. Lacey Stevens, the second baseman, will bat 8th. And Kellen Robles, the left fielder, will bat 9th. In the circle today for Incarnate Word, Bridget Stein, the senior, looking for her first win of the year. She's 0-5 with a 7.11 earned run average. Houston Baptist is coached by Mary Ellen Hall in her 26th season here at HBU. She's won 746 games for the Huskies. Heidi Hawkes, the catcher, is the Huskies' leadoff hitter, the freshman from Wharton. Cecilia Bauer, the third baseman, bats second. Demi Yannick, sophomore second baseman, in the 3-hole. Then it's Nicole Shedd, the left fielder, batting 4th. Libby Brown, the shortstop, bats 5th. Brooke Bushman, the DP, batting 6th. Megan Hires, the freshman first baseman from Pearland, batting 7th. Kay Schrader, junior center fielder, in the 8th spot. And Amber Lotz, the freshman right fielder, will be batting 9th. Emily Mueller will be in the circle for the Huskies today. Emily, 3-11 on the season with a 5.03 earned run average. She has pitched better than that record allows. She has not gotten a lot of offensive support for the Huskies this year, but she'll be trying to break this losing streak in Southland play. HBU lost its last 6 conference games a year ago, and they've lost their first 9 this year and trying to get back on the winning track this afternoon. HBU started the conference season in the really toughest way you can, with games against Nichols, Lamar, and Abilene Christian. Now we're going to join public address announcer Patty Walrath for our invocation and our national anthem.
As we offer an invocation for today's games, followed by the playing of the national anthem. Dear Lord, we'd like to thank you for bringing us here today for the game of college softball. Thank you for these 2 teams who have come to represent their universities. Please allow both teams to play to the best of their ability and keep them from injury. Most of all, thank you for sending your Son, Jesus, to be the Savior of our sins. We ask all these things in your mighty name. Amen.
it is a perfect day for softball here in Houston. Just about 79 degrees. The temperature and humidity is relatively low for Houston, just 45%. And it's beautiful clear skies. The wind is out of the south at about 10 miles an hour, so it means it'll probably be blowing in most of the day, but the wind should not have a factor in today's game. Our umpires, as the Huskies take the field, Will Blackman will be behind the plate. Francis Aleman over at first base, and Jorge Chapa will be positioned at third base, the three-man umpiring crew for Southland games. Defensively for the Huskies, Megan Ayers, the first baseman. Demi Yannick is at second. Libby Brown, the shortstop, and Cecilia Bauer is the third baseman. In the outfield, left to right, Nicole Shedd, Kay Schrader, and Amber Lotz, and Heidi Hawkes is the catcher for Emily Mueller, senior from Universal City, Converse Judson High School. Emily has been the workhorse for the Huskies in the circle this year. This is her 20th appearance in the circle. This is her 14th start. 3-11 is her record, with a 5.03 earned run average. Stepping in to lead off for Incarnate Word is Danielle Ramirez, the center fielder, senior from Marshall High School in San Antonio. We're about ready to go here in Houston. Game 1 of 3 between the Huskies and the Cardinals. And the chants have already started. The first pitch hits the outer half for a strike, and we're underway here in Houston. Ramirez, a 400 hitter. Only extra base hits among her 2017 safeties are 3 triples. Ball outside, it's 1-1. She has knocked in 4 runs. In softball, the corner infielders pinched in. Here's a ground ball to the third baseman, Bauer. And the throw to first to Hires is in time. There's 1 out. One thing you're going to notice quickly about softball is how much quicker things are. Of course, base pass 60 feet. So the ball gets out to the infielders really quick, and it's really quick for the runners getting down to first base. Marcela Lopez, the right fielder, swings and misses at the first pitch from Mueller. .297 hitter with no extra base hits and 3 runs batted in. Lopez, a freshman from Wichita Falls. To Old High in Wichita Falls. Here's another ground ball to Bauer. She scoops, and the throw is high off the glove of Demi Yannick, first baseman having to cover. And that's going to be an error on Yannick. Got it in time. Well, that's the first play. So a base runner. That brings up Michaela Flores. She takes a strike. Flores hitting .259, 5 doubles, a home run, and 15 runs batted in. Another left-handed hitter facing Mueller. There's a little pop-up. It's going to be up. That's going to be an out. And the runner was moving. She collided with Demi Yannick. And Mandy Gamboa is going to have a question about which runner should be on. The defender has the right to go after the ball. Now that's the question, Mandy. Technically, that may have been a double play if the ball had been able to have been fielded by Yannick. Not sure if Mandy was happy with the result, but the result is the runner is at first now, and the runner at first is Flores. So with 2 outs, Alex Alonso is the batter. Count evens up at 1-1. Senior from Smithson Valley High School in Spring Branch, that's in the San Antonio area. Ball 2 outside. Alonso at 274 when she steps in now. 3 doubles, a home run, and 5 runs batted in. 2 outs, a runner at first. We're underway in the top of the first inning. Here's a ground ball foul. Evens the count at 2-2. With 2 outs and the probability of a sacrifice off, both corner infielders are back closer to the baseline. There's a defensive swing on a foul ball. Flores, the runner at first, not a threat to steal. She has not attempted a stolen base this year. Another fly ball. This is down the left field line, but out of play. Nicole Shedd gives it a long look, but it's out of play. So a 2-2 count once again, facing Alonso. Ground ball foul. Elise Lira, the first base coach for Incarnate Word, and head coach Mandy Gamboa in the third base coach's box. Fly ball out to left, and that's going to drop in for extra bases. Flores comes around, and she is going to score. And Incarnate Word has taken a 1-0 lead. Hit well to the opposite field up in that left center gap, and Flores with 2 outs. Nothing stopping her coming around. Because of the error, the run is unearned. And that brings up Christy Trevino, the catcher. 2 outs, now the runner's at second. Once again, Mueller starts this batter off with a strike. Trevino, a senior from Brandeis High School in San Antonio. Strike 2. A .298 hitter. Got 3 doubles and 6 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. But the damage is done in the first inning. UIW picks up a run on 1 hit. There was a very costly error, and the runner left at second. We've played half an inning, and UIW has scored 1-0 Cardinals. This is Husky softball on the Legacy Sports Network. Huskies have some work to do now, trying to come back. 1-0 is our score as UIW got an unearned run in the top of the first inning. Heidi Huskies, Cece Bauer, and Demi Yannick will be the first three hitters. Facing Bridget Stein in a circle for UIW. Stein, a senior from Brenham, home of the Cubs and Cubettes. Huskies, freshman from Wharton, takes a strike. I mentioned Stein looking for her first win. This is her 18th appearance, her 7th start of the year. There's ball one outside. It's given up 77 hits and 41 in the third innings. Pop up down the left field line, but it's going to be out of play. 1-2 the count. Huskies hitting .325, 6 doubles, 3 triples. 2 of those in one game last week. 13 runs batted in. She leads the Huskies with those 13 RBI. Went 1 for 4 in the win Tuesday at Texas Southern. Here's another pop-up. This is out to the left fielder. Robles makes the play. And there's one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Defensively, for the Cardinals, Delaney Guzman is at third. Victoria Bratcher is the shortstop. Lacey Stevens, the second baseman, and Alex Alonso over at first. Cece Bauer steps in for the Huskies. Huskies leading hitter by average at .359. Takes ball one up and away. Back. Cardinal outfield is Kellen Robles in left, Danielle Ramirez in center, Marcela Lopez in right, Christy Trevino the catcher. There's a foul tip in and through the glove of Trevino. 1-1 the count. Bauer's got 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. Leads the Huskies in that category, has 12 runs batted in. She went 1 for 3 with that triple over at Memorial Park against TSU on Tuesday. Breaking pitch stays out, and it's 2-1. Cece's hitting .333 in conference play. Working on a 4-game hitting streak now. That pitch, ooh, that was close. It's a 3-1 count now. Stein goes to gather herself. The 3-1 pitch is away for ball 4. Now Demi Yannick comes up. Demi, a sophomore from Klein Collins High School. Demi had a big hit in that win over TSU, a double, which knocked in Bauer with the winning run in the 7th inning. Swings and misses the first pitch. But Demi has had a rough month of March. Now she's just hitting .221, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Pitch away, 1-1. Demi only 5 for 33 in the month. Both of her home runs early in this season. 1-1 pitch. Called a strike. 1-2. Bowers at first with 1 out. Got there with a walk. Here's a swing and a miss. Stein gets Yannick for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Nicole Shedd. Junior from Universal City, went to Converse Judson High School. Husky left fielder. Rips one foul past Natalie Duran down in the first base coaching box. Of course, Natalie knows this Incarnate Word team very well. She's a graduate of UIW. Played against the Huskies last couple of years here in Southland play. Pitch is high, 1-1. In fact, it was like old home week when the UIW bus got here. Now we got a bunch of good hugs from former teammates. Series last year in San Antonio. Pitch away. And it's 2-1. Yeah, last year Natalie went 4 for 7 in the sweep for Incarnate Word in San Antonio. Scored 3 times. Shedd swings and misses. Count evens up at 2-2. Cole very familiar with the UIW. He had a sister that swam for the Cardinals. 2-2 pitch, fouled back into the screen. Two outs, a runner, a walk over at first is Bauer. Another foul ball. Next pitch from Stein will be her 20th of the inning. Shedd leads the Huskies with 6 doubles, 1 triple, a home run, and 10 runs batted in. For a girl that's been in the 4 all season. This is the 25th game of the year for the Huskies. A pop up, and it is back out of play. So a 2-2 count. Away, and the count fills up. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat. Huskies do a pretty good job of extending at bats. There's a foul ball at the plate. So the next pitch will be the 10th. If Shedd gets on, Libby Brown will be up. Libby had a 16 pitch at bat last week. There's a fly ball hit well out in center field, but underneath it, Ramirez makes the play, and Huskies can't do anything with that 1-out walk. We've played 1 inning here in Houston. Our score after 1 is UIW 1, HBU nothing on the Legacy Sports Network. For Emily Mueller back in the circle for the Huskies. Looking to break a personal 9-game losing streak. The first batter she faces here in the top of the second inning is the third baseman Delaney Guzman. Fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. Guzman, the third baseman, hitting .114. 1 double, 2 home runs, and 5 runs batted in. Freshman from Richmond, went to Foster High School out southwest of Houston. There's a foul ball back. 1-2 the count. Amanda Gamboa in her 6th year as head coach of the Cardinals. Over there in the third base coaching box. 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2. Gamboa 86 and 156 in her 6 seasons. 3-3 against HBU. The Huskies swept a series here 2 years ago. And the Cardinals returned the favor last year in San Antonio. Full count. Last year's score 7-3, 5-2, and 2-1. There's ball 4 high. Guzman gets a leadoff walk. Shortstop Victoria Bratcher comes up now. Bratcher, a .212 hitter with no extra base hits, just 1 RBI. Takes a strike, an obvious sacrifice situation. Only has 1 sack hit this year. Junior from Colleyville, up by the big airport in Dallas, went to Heritage High School. Gets a bunt down here, and the throw is at second, and they get the lead runner. That is Bauer throwing to Libby Brown, the shortstop. So just a fielder's choice on the bunt. And the put out going 5-6. Guzman retired, so there's 1 out. And here's Lacey Stevens, the second baseman. She's going to think about bunting, but takes first pitch high for a ball. Stevens hitting .196, 2 doubles, and 4 runs batted in. Cardinals only hitting .228 as a team coming into this series. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. In fact, they've only scored 61 runs in their 31 games. That's less than 2 a game. Lost their last 4 in conference play. There's a fly ball hit to Kay Schrader in center field. The play's made for the second out. Now Kellen Robles, the left fielder. 2 outs, that runner still on first after that leadoff walk. Foul ball. Robles, a senior from Smithson Valley. She steps in with a .191 average. No extra base hits and 2 runs batted in. A 1 pitch, ground ball just foul down the third baseline. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch way outside. 1-2. Ground ball back to Mueller. She'll go to first. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Leadoff walk does not matter here in the top of the 2nd inning. In the middle of the 2nd, still it's 1-0 UIW on the Legacy Sports Network. We're going to the bottom of the 2nd inning here, and UIW with a 1-0 lead on a 1st inning run. Libby Brown, Brooke Bushman, and Megan Hires will be facing Bridget Stein here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Libby was a 2nd team selection All Southland Conference last year as a first baseman and received that honor in the preseason team this year. She's been playing shortstop all year. She'll take strike 1. Junior from Bel Air High School here in Houston. That'd be at 242, 5 doubles, a triple, 4 runs batted in. She's down in the count, 0-2. Libby was the leadoff hitter through much of the early part of the season for HBU. In fact, the first 19 games, moving back now in the 5th spot. There's ball 1. Average is down, but she's still getting on base a lot. She's reached in all but 2 games this year. It was 2-2 the count. 1 for 3. And scored a run against TSU on Tuesday. There's a foul ball out of play. Still 2-2. Just 3 for 20 in Southland play, but as we said, HBU has started with a gauntlet in conference play. You look at the top 4 teams, they've played 3 of them in conference play, and the 4th non-conference play as Libby laces one to the fence out in left center field, and she stops at 2nd with her 6th double of the season and the 20th of her HBU career. Huskies start off with somebody in scoring position here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Now Brooke Bushman comes up. Sophomore from Ridge Point High School down in Sienna Plantation in the Fort Bend ISD. Left-handed hitter, takes ball 1. Bushman at 241, no doubles, a triple. Hit a couple of home runs in the tournament at UCA in late February. Takes a strike here, and the count is 1-1. She has knocked in 6 runs. She didn't play in Tuesday's game. But with a runner out at second, Huskies have a chance. There's a just missed. It's 2-1 the count. Chance to get the Huskies even here in the bottom of the second inning. There's a ground ball to third, or to first, and it'll be a easy put out for Alonzo. Works the same as a sacrifice. She won't get credit for it in the scorebook on the 3 unassisted play. But Brown goes over to third, so the Huskies have a tying run just 60 feet away. Brooke did the smart thing, just stopped in the baseline. I mean, Alonzo come over and tag her. So the Huskies' first baseman, Megan Hires, takes a strike. Freshman from Pearland. Megan at 288 on the season. A double, a triple, a home run, and 7 runs batted in. That one's just low. It's 1-1. Hires were 1 for 2 in Tuesday's game. Knocked in one of the runs. Actually had a hand in the first 2 Huskies runs. This play out in right field allowed the second run to score on her base hit. Foul ball makes it 1-2. Huskies got a great pitching performance in that game from Shea Bibby. Freshman from LaPorte. Gave up just a walk in the first 5 innings. A leadoff walk, in fact. There's a fly ball foul. Over into the parking lot. Shea walked the leadoff hitter in that game and then retired the next 15 TSU hitters she faced before a leadoff single in the 6th. Fortunately, TSU scored 3 times. That pitch is away. It's a 2-2 count. TSU scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th, tied the game, and the Huskies won with a run in the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back out of play. That was the Huskies' first win in the month of March after 11 straight losses. Another 2-2 pitch coming up from Stein. Another foul ball. It's now 40 pitches in 1 1/3 innings from Stein. Of course, in softball, pitch counts aren't nearly as critical as they are in baseball because of the throwing motion being so much different. Pitch away, and we have a full count now. Brown is at third. Libby Brown's at third. Leadoff double and moving up on a ground ball out. Here's another pop-up, but this is going to reach the stands. So this will be the 10th pitch in this at-bat for Hires. Twirls the ball on her hip. Another foul ball. That may have been ball 4, but the old philosophy is if it's close enough for the umpire to call a strike, possibly make a mistake on it, it's close enough to get a bat on to see another pitch. Foul it off. Another 3-2 pitch. That's down and in for ball 4. Hires wins that battle, so Huskies have runners at the corners for Kay Schrader now. Kay, a fourth-year junior from Sealy. Kay hitting 174 with 1 double and 3 runs batted in, but a big opportunity here. Bottom of the second inning. She bunts. The throw's going to be late coming in home. So the fielder's choice, RBI, as Brown comes in to score the tying run here on the bottom of the second inning, and that's going to occasion a trip to the mound by the other members of the infield. There is a movement in softball to eliminate a lot of these meetings. In some leagues, they have eliminated them. It's going to be a national rule, we think, in a year or so. But Schrader gets her 4th run batted in.
Right fielder number 3, Amber Lotz.
And here's Amber Lotz. Amber, a freshman from Bowie High School in Austin. Runners at first and second now with still 1 out, and she takes ball 1. Pitch in for a strike. Lots hitting 148, has a double and 1 run batted in. Takes another strike. Amber went 1 for 3 in that game on Tuesday. Had a stolen base. She's down in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pop up that's going to be out of play. Familiar with the Husky campus and where Husky Field is. We're over here by Dunham Special Events Center, Cultural Center, and near the Lake House, and they show that big parking lot. Here's a fly ball. That's going to drop foul just about 6 inches outside the line down the right field line. Marcela Lopez made a nice diving attempt at that, but it was just out of reach of her glove. If it had been fair, she probably would have caught it. So the count remains 1-2 to Lotz. Huskies with a run in here. There's a fly ball to left, and this will drop in fair territory. Runners go station to station. Ayers had to hold up just to make sure it wasn't going to be caught. But Lotz gets the base hit just inside the left field line. She has loaded the bases now with 1 out, and Mandy Gamboa is going to come out and talk to Stein. And the good news also for HBU, top of the order coming up. So the Huskies are getting some production today from the bottom of the order. We mentioned this is the first of 2 today. We'll have the second game for you here on the Legacy Sports Network about half an hour, 40 minutes after the end of this one. Tomorrow's game, you can access the video through HBUHuskies.com. Huskies will have another game against a team from the Alamo City on Tuesday when they go over to UTSA for a 6 o'clock start against the Roadrunners. Back here next week for a 3-game series with Southeastern Louisiana. So Hawkins is up now with 1 out and the bases full of Huskies. First pitch swinging, pops it up, right side. Here's Hires, comes down, and she does not come. The Huskies almost got caught in a pickle there when Schrader and Lots looked like they were going to try to move up, but they couldn't do it with Hires holding on at third base. So Huskies flies out for the second out. Base is still loaded, and there are 2 outs now for CeCe Bauer. CeCe walked her first time up, swings and misses at the first pitch from Stein. So Bauer maintaining that .359 average, and she has been the one Husky has maintained her average throughout this month. That pitch away, it's 1-1. With the Huskies hitting only .214 as a team over the month of March, CeCe hit .345. 10 of their 60 hits in the month. 1-1 pitch, fouled back, so she's down in the count 1-2. Hires is at third, Schrader at second, and Lots at first with 1 run in. At the bottom of the second inning. Stein winds and delivers. Here's a line drive, foul. Get it on a line, that would have got at least 2 in. But everybody returns to their bases now. It's only the 4th time this year that Bauer has been up with the bases loaded. She has been successful all 3 times. Here's a fly ball to center, and I gave her the kiss of death. Fly out to center ends the inning. But for the Huskies in the second, they even it with a run on 2 hits and 3 runners left on. And after 2 innings, we're tied at 1 here at Husky Field on the Legacy Sports Network.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
But Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Going to the top of the 3rd inning now. It's Danielle Ramirez to the top of the order, leading off for UIW. There's grounded out to third, her first time up today. And ball 1. This is one of 6 Southland Conference series starting today. Everything a little bit later, foul ball 1-1. Stephen F. Austin playing at Sam Houston State. Their doubleheader starts at 3. Nichols at Central Arc. Doubleheader starts at 4, as does the doubleheader in Hammond between Lamar and Southeastern Louisiana. A&M Corpus and Abilene Christian playing 2, starting at 5 tonight. Fly ball to center field, handled by Schrader. 1 out. Northwestern State at McNeese. Single game at 6 o'clock tonight. They'll play their doubleheader tomorrow. As we begin play today on the last day of March, McNeese alone in first at 9-0. Fly ball off the bat of Marcela Lopez, foul down the left field line. Lopez reached on that E4 in the first inning, came around to score. There's a ball outside, 1-1. Nichols, Abilene Christian, and Lamar all tied for second at 8-1. Sam Houston State is 5-4. They're 4 games back. That pitch just outside. It's 2-1. Stephen F. Austin is 2-4. Southeastern 3-6, as is Northwestern State and Central Lark. A&M Corpus 1-5, Incarnate Word 1-8, and HBU zipping 9. Starting play. That pitch away, and it's the 3-1 count now. To Marcelo Lopez. And ball 4. Little freshman picks up the second walk issued by Emily Mueller today. Here's Michaela Flores. Flores into a fielder's choice, her first time up. Batting average now at 256. Runner going down, and they get her. Got her. Could not hold on, overslid the bag. And Lopez is out, caught stealing. This was a ball. Lopez tried to avoid the tag, and in doing so, lost contact with the base. Here's a pop-up. Bauer handles it, and quickly, that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Two and a half innings in the books. A tie game at 1 here in Houston. First game of this 3-game Southland Conference Series as the Huskies take on Incarnate Word. We talked about the Southland Series between these two, even at 3 each. HBU won 3 games here 2 years ago. First time they played in conference play, and Incarnate Word swept the series last year. But these aren't the first games that these schools have played. The all-time series, when both schools were playing NAIA ball, 43-23 HBU leads. Demi Yannick, leadoff hitter for the Huskies, takes a strike. Demi, a strikeout victim, her first time up. There's a pop-up. It's going to be handled by the shortstop, Bratcher. And there's 1 out in the Husky half of the 3rd. Shedd ended the first inning with a fly ball. Oops, let's get this straight here. Fly ball to center field. This time it's a fly ball down the right field line, and making a nice running catch at the line is Marcelo Lopez. So quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Libby Brown. Libby got the Huskies on the board. Leadoff double an inning ago and came in to score on the bunt. And here's a first pitch swinging and a pop-up. Second baseman Lacey Stevens has it. So bang, bang, bang. 3 up and 3 down in the Huskies' 3rd. Tied at 1 on the Legacy Sports Network. Going to the 4th inning here at Husky Field in Houston. See those numbers, 1 run, a hit, no errors for Incarnate Word. They've left 2 on base. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on for the Huskies. They left the bases juiced in the 2nd inning. Alex Alonso, the first baseman, leading off for UIW here in the 4th. First pitch swinging, fouls it down the first base line. Mentioned UIW will be going home for a doubleheader on Monday with UT El Paso coming in. On the UIW campus, that's a doubleheader starting at 1. A ball high, 1-1. Next weekend, they'll go over to Natchitoches and take on Northwestern State in a 3-game series. Their next home series in the Southland is the 14th and 15th. Actually, it's going to be the 13th and 14th, I believe, because of the Easter holiday against Abilene Christian. I'll check that. Foul ball makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alonso. So smack that double up the gap in left center field. Knocked in the only run of the game so far for UIW. Counts 2-2 now. There's a fly ball to center. Coming in hard. Oh, Libby Brown goes out, makes the play. In shallow center field. That was in no man's land there. Libby makes a nice play. Running catch to retire Alonso. Christy Trevino, the catcher, a strikeout victim. Her first time up is the batter. Takes ball 1. There's a little pop up. He handled up, not handled. Not hit hard enough to get to an infielder, and Cece Bauer tried to scoop it. Gonna give her a base hit on that. A 1-out single for Trevino brings up Delaney Guzman, who walked to lead off the 2nd inning. Pop up over on the walkway. 1-1. Mueller has walked 2, struck out 1, given up 2 hits. The run in the first was unearned. Here's a bunt. And a nice play by Huskies to get the lead runner down at second base. Sacrifice unsuccessful. Huskies comes up throwing, and by a half step, they get the runner. So there are 2 outs now. That brings up Bratcher. Victoria Bratcher, the shortstop, hit into a fielder's choice her first time up. In fact, that's what happened to her. She tried to get a sacrifice bunt down, and the Huskies got that lead runner just like they did that time. 1-1 the count. Mueller delivers. Ooh, just inside for a ball, 2-1. Busy weekend for HBU sports. Women's beach volleyball playing in a tournament at Monroe, Louisiana, ULM this weekend. Here's a foul ball, evens the count at 2-2. Baseball series at Lamar, they've moved up, changed the series. They're playing a doubleheader that starts here in about 2 or 3 minutes over at Vincent Beck Stadium in Beaumont because of the anticipated washout on Sunday. Another foul ball. So they're playing a doubleheader today and a single game tomorrow. Split squad for Husky track. Some folks running at the Texas Relays in Austin, some running in the Bobcat Invitational over at Texas State in San Marcos. Pitch high, and it's a full count. Mueller resets the mechanism, ready to deliver a payoff pitch. And she'll do it again. Two outs, a runner at first. A 3-2 pitch coming up to Bratcher. Ground ball, foul.
Nice play, TC.
Bauer makes a nice play backhanding the ball. The backhand put her in foul territory. So here's another 3-2 pitch. And we'll have another. This is your basic out like a lamb day in Houston. Another foul ball. 80 degrees. They might even have a record high today. The high, I think they said on the news this morning, was 87 or 88. 3-2, high, ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with 2 outs, and that brings up Lacey Stevens, the second baseman. Lacey flew out to center her first time up. Defensive strategy being discussed on the left side of the infield between Bauer and Brown. Pitch down and in. Here's a throwback to second, and just under the tag from Yannick. Guzman is safe on ball 1. That one's low. It's 2-0.
Let's go, Emily. You got 2 down.
2-0 pitch with 2 outs coming up to Stevens. That's inside, and now the runner going over to third. She slides in front of the throw. Throw a little on the foul side of third, and a stolen base by Guzman. And there's a courtesy strike. It's always a courtesy when the ball's right down beach nine. So the count's 3-1. That runner, Bratcher, holding on at first base. Miller delivers. Line drive up the middle, base hit. UIW has regained the lead at 2-1. Guzman scores easily from third base. Now we're going to have a pinch runner for somebody. As Mandy Gamboa comes down to talk to our plate umpire. See anybody come out though? We got a pinch hitter. That's it. Kelly Elenez, junior from Brackenridge High School in San Antonio, will hit for Robles. First pitch high for a ball. Fly ball. This is to the right side, and Yannick's going to handle it for the third out. But UIW scores a run on a pair of hits. You leave 2, and after 3.5 innings here in Houston, our score is UIW 2 and HBU 1 on the Legacy Sports Network. UIW has regained the lead 2-1. Single runs in the first, and then in the top of the fourth inning, we go to the bottom of the fourth, and it's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for HBU, and possibly more, starting with Brooke Bushman. Brooke hit a little ground ball to first that moved a runner to third, led to the Huskies' run there in the second inning. 0 for 1 now at 2:36, and line drives, base hit. First pitch swinging, laces one into right field. And here's Megan Hires. Megan walked in that second inning when the Huskies scored their run. She died as the lead runner in a bases loaded situation. Here's the bunt. And it's a 2-4 putout. Catcher Trevino to Stevens. The sacrifice is successful. The Huskies have a runner down at second base now with one out.
Center fielder number 12, Kay Schrader.
Here's Kay Schrader. Kay knocked in the Huskies' run with a nice little bunt in front of the base. The squeeze play in the second inning. Swings and misses here, going more than just a bunt. He got credit for that sacrifice in the fourth inning. Takes a pitch here, and it's 0-2. Hits are even now at 3 each. Huskies down a run. Foul ball. Okay, a fourth-year junior for the Huskies from Sealy. Coached in high school by her mom, Lisa. Former player at USL. That pitch is down and away. Gets away from Trevino briefly, but she scrambles to keep Bushman at second base. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is the third out. Second out. Now Amber Lotz comes up. Amber with a single, her first time up, looped one down the left field line. Runner at second, takes a strike. Amber now at 179 after that hit. She had to foul off a couple of two-strike pitches to get that hit. Here's a line drive. It's going to fall into the glove of the right fielder, Lopez, for the third out of the inning. Let's get a leadoff hit. Can't move her around, and we have played 4 with UIW leading 2-1 here on the Legacy Sports Network.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
But Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Moving on to the 5th inning here in Houston. There's the throw down. And we're going to have a pinch hitter leading off for UIW here in the top of the 5th. Instead of Ramirez.
Pinch hitting for the Cardinals, number 4, Jill Goose.
Joe Goose, the junior from Pearland, went to Dawson High School. Will be leading off. She takes ball 1. Another pitch away. 2 balls and no strikes. Who slaps at it. And it's a strike. Goose hitting .091, just one hit and 11 trips this year. No extra base hits or runs batted in. There's a foul ball. Huskies lost it, and it was up in the air someplace and covered up. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Goose. G-U-S-E. Ground ball. This is to Bauer. Moving over. Makes nice play. She moving over to her left. There's one out. Marcela Lopez, the right fielder, comes up now. Marcela reached on an error in the second, raced on the fielder's choice in both that inning and after walking into third. Both times they tried to move her over with sacrifice bunts, and both times they threw her out at second. There's ball 1. Pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Mueller up to 77 pitches now. 46 have been strikes, 31 haven't. She's walked 3, struck out 1. Ground ball, this is to Brown, the shortstop. Gets the Sunday hop, throws her out at first. So there are 2 outs, and that here's Michaela Flores, the DP. And now we're not going to have Michaela Flores. Close play. Kristen Hebert is going to be a pinch hitter, assembled from Atascocita High School. I'm always amazed when I see how many times in softball coaches pinch hit for their 3 and 4 hole hitters. As much as any time it works. Pitch just inside to Hebert. Pitch is called a strike. It's 1-1. Hebert 5 for 24 this year. That's a 208 average. Her only extra base hit was a home run. She's knocked in 3. That pitch bounces in and to the screen. It bounces way back out again. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 5th inning, and UIW with a 2-1 lead. Pop up down the third base side in foul territory. Cece Bauer makes the play. And that is it for UIW in the top of the 5th inning. 3 up and 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals lead the Huskies 2-1 on the Legacy Sports Network. Huskies Leadoff hitter for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Huskies trailing 2-1. UIW with single runs in the 1st and 4th innings. The Huskies only run in the 2nd.
Catcher number 15, Heidi Hawkins.
Heidi flied out to left and then flied out to right in her first 2 trips today. Now at 317. Really had a hot start to this season, and it's really cooled off, unfortunately, this month. There's a ball. Talked earlier about the problems the Huskies had in March. Heidi only 8 for 41 in the month. That is below the Mendoza line. 2-0 though the count. Pitch down, and it's ball 3.
Hey, we need you on, Heidi.
Hawkins, Bauer, and Yannick, first 3 up for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 5th, and there is a ball 4. 3rd walk issued by Bridget Stein, the leadoff hitter on, and Cece Bauer is up now. Cece sure will be called on to try to sacrifice that tying run down to second base, potential tying run. Cece has 5 sacrifice hits this year, 21 for her career, and she's going to get some conversation there you see in the background from Natalie Duran, former UIW Cardinal. Now Cece's going to talk to Demi Yannick a little bit about something, and now Demi's going to pass it on back into the dugout. So Hawkins is on at first with nobody out. Huskies down 2-1 here in the 5th. There is ball 1 high, and she was squaring around the bunt. Hawkins has just 1 stolen base in 2 attempts this year, something the Huskies really don't do a lot of. Call that a strike. 1-1. One pitch to the senior from Refugio, fouls it back into the screen. And now we'll see if the sack is still on with 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bauer. 2-time academic all-district selection for the Huskies. There's a pitch outside. The count is 2-2. Huskies trying to get that runner down in scoring position. Tie this game up. There's a pop-up shortstop. Bratcher with the play. Hit that one off the handle. So Hawkins remains at first. There's 1 out. Now Demi Yannick comes up. Demi with a strikeout and a pop-out today. Takes ball 1 high. Demi delivered the winning hit in Tuesday's game. Bauer had tripled, and then Demi followed with a double. Here's another fly ball to center field. It's hit fairly high, and underneath it is Ramirez. So Yannick is now 0 for 3, and that brings up Nicole Shedd. Shedd with a fly ball to center and a fly ball to right in her 2 trips today. Each team with just 3 hits. Stein trying to work away from the leadoff walk, takes Ball one high. Well, called a strike on an inside pitch, 1-1. Libby Brown on deck if Shedd can reach. Huskies with a leadoff walk, still over at first base. That pitch is away, and it's 2-1. Again, away. So it's a 3-1 count now. Shedd steps out, breathes deep, and steps back in. Stein delivers. Another pop-up. This is going to fall right in front of the Huskies dugout on the third base side. Guzman and Trevino tried hard to get to it. So a 3-2 count now to Nicole Shedd. Line drive, that is going to drop into left field for the Huskies' fourth hit. Huskies stops at second. So HBU will have runners on first and second with 2 outs for Libby Brown. Libby's double in the third inning. She came around to score the Huskies' only run so far, popped out to end the third inning. So a meeting in the circle. Libby and Natalie Durant talking it over. So Huskies is at second, Shedd at first for Brown. And the first pitch down and in for a ball. So that double by Libby was her 6th of the year, her 20th of her career here at HBU. Strike one call, 1-1. This next pitch will be the 90th offered by Bridget Stein to the Huskies today. Ground ball, that's to shortstop. Her throw to first is in time. Huskies threaten but can't get that run in, and we have played 5. It's 2-1. UIW on the Legacy Sports Network. Through 5 innings, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 4 left on for Incarnate Word for HBU. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 errors. 7 left. That's the difference in the game right now, as Alex Alonso will lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the 6th inning. And first pitch in from Mueller is down and away for a ball. Alonso with a double to left center, knocked in a run in the first inning and popped up to shortstop Libby Brown, her second time up in the 4th. Left-handed hitter. Takes ball 2 outside. Baseball this afternoon, the Huskies leading Lamar 1-0 in the top of the 2nd inning over in Beaumont. They're playing a doubleheader today, a single game to wrap it up tomorrow, trying to beat the rain. There's a strike, slow call from Will Blackman, 2-1. Left-handed hitting Alonso, that's 3-1. Mueller's pitch count up to 86 now. 50 strikes, 36 balls. Here's a little pop-up, handled by Yannick, going back into shallow center field. 1 out. Now it's Christy Trevino, the catcher. Christy 1 for 2 today. Strikeout in the first, single in the 4th. Takes strike 1. Reticent to speak. I want to hear the chants a little bit, but 1-1 to count. There's a fly ball into right center field. Amber Lotz makes the play. There are 2 outs now, and here is Delaney Guzman. Guzman 0 for 1, scored a run. Takes ball 1, had a walk in the 2nd inning. A run in the 4th inning, difference in the game right now. Two and 0. Guzman tried to lay down a sacrifice in the 4th inning. Runner was thrown out at second. There's ball 3, 3-0. Now Heidi Hawkins come out and say, hey, you got 2 outs. Let's get out of here. Go hit. Guzman reached on that fielder's choice, moved up to second on Pratcher's walk, and then scored on Stevens' single. 2-1 UIW, top of the 6th. Game 1 of 3 this weekend. It's a good meeting there. 3-1. 3-1 is the count. Another pop-up. And this is Megan Hires making the play. 3 up and 3 down. That is another 3 up and 3 down inning. Going to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 UIW on the Legacy Sports Network. sixth inning now as the Huskies trying to get something started. Brooke Bushman leads off. Brooke singled her last time up. Moved up to second on a sacrifice, but couldn't get any further.
Number 21, Bushman.
Bushman is now at 250 for the season. Having a good year as a Husky. Sophomore. Takes ball one outside. Bushman and Huskies, the only two left-handed hitters in the Husky roster. There's ball two away. Hires on deck. Schrader will be the third batter up. There's a pop-up left field, a right field line, and right fielder Lopez makes the play. Brings up Megan Hires.
First baseman, number 17, Megan Hires.
Get your first good one. Hit it hard. Let's go. Go, Megan.
Megan, no official at-bats today with a walk and a sacrifice. There's a fly ball hit to right. That's an official at-bat, 0 for 1 now as the fly ball settles in the glove of Lopez. So quickly 2 outs and Kay Schrader coming up.
Center fielder, number 12, Kay Schrader.
Kay knocked in the only Husky run today on that squeeze play. Lee Brown scoring ahead of the tag. Fouls the first pitch back. Huskies have out hit the Cardinals today 4-3, but trail 2-1. There's a strike. No balls in 2 strikes. Stein has now thrown 96 pitches through 5 2/3. 1-2. He's trying to win for the first time since late last year in Southland play. Here's a pop-up. It's going to reach the stands. Still 1-2. Last time the Huskies won a Southland game was April 23rd of last year when they beat A&M Corpus Christi 5-2, second game of a doubleheader. And then the Sunday game was rained out. Huskies tried to win a series. They had won 2 out of 3 the previous week at Sam Houston State, but ended the season with 3 losses at Central Arc and 3 losses at Abilene Christian. There's a ball outside. Then, starting this year, had a non-conference game at McNeese. They don't play McNeese in conference play this year. There's a line drive. It's going to drop and get past the left fielder. Here is Schrader rounding second. And gets to third, and she'll stop there. As that will be a triple for Schrader. As the left fielder, Robles made the dive for it. And then it bounced over her glove and rolled to the fence.
Have fun right here, Shay. Bring her in right here.
So the tying run at third. Oh, it's going to be a single and a 2-base error. Okay.
Hey, have fun right here, Shay.
For the
Do your
Huskies,
thing.
number 19, Shay Bibby.
Shea Bibby's going to pinch hit for Amber Lotz here.
Hit something hard, 1-9.
So Schrader's at third. There are 2 outs. And Bibby hitting for Lotz. takes ball one low. He's trying to tie it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a pop-up. That's going to be down the right field line and off the glove of Lacey Stevens in foul territory, trying to make a hero's play. Leaving the count at 1-1. Freshman from LaPorte steps in with a 250 average, takes a strike. It's 1-2. Knocked in 4 runs this year, has a double. Ground ball, that is into the glove of the third baseman. And Guzman rips it over to Alonso, and the Huskies threaten once again in the 6th inning. And we have played 6 complete. UIW
no, I didn't
2-1.
Make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Six innings complete here in Houston. Game 1 of the doubleheader today, and UIW with a 2-1 lead, 2-3-1, and for UIW, and 1-5-1 for HBU. The Huskies have left 8 runners on base today. Top of the 7th, Victoria Bratcher, the shortstop, is the leadoff hitter for UIW. And the first pitch swinging. Laces a ground ball up the middle into center for a base hit. Fourth hit of the game for the Cardinals. Here's Lacey Stevens, whose RBI single in the 4th inning, difference in the game right now. Here's Lacey's 5th run batted in of the year. Runner at first, thinking insurance. Takes ball 1 down and in. Squared around to try to sacrifice that runner to second. UIW has won 3 straight over the Huskies, sweeping that series in San Antonio last year. No bunt this time, and the pitch was high. 2-0. Andy Gamboa down at third base, the head coach, flashing the hieroglyphics. Use the wristband technique on the signals. 1-1. There's a foul ball into the parking lot. 2-1, 1-2 the count.
Go work hard. You can go defense. Turn 2. Turn 2 deep.
Stevens 1 for 2, now hitting .207 on the season. Away, and that evens the count 2-2. Mueller delivers. Ground ball, that is to Bauer to second for one. The relay to first is not in time. Huskies trying to go around the horn for the double play, get the lead runner.
Left fielder number 20, Helen Robles.
Hey, good play right there.
Stevens takes Bratcher's place at first. That's the first out of the inning. And here's the left fielder, Robles. And may have a pinch hitter here as Manny Gamboa comes down. And yeah, we're going to have a pinch runner. Get the glasses out. These uniforms that do not have numbers on the front. 44, 8, 43, 34. Calling out signals here to Jeff. Okay. Marissa Ruiz is the pinch runner at first, a sophomore from Gregory Portland High School out by Fort Worth, by Corpus Christi. First pitch to Robles, fouled on the bunt attempt. Robles does a little uniform check here. Oh, one out. Pop up. Libby Brown's going to handle it. That's the second out. So there are 2 outs now, and back to the top of the order. Danielle Ramirez, who was lifted for a pinch hitter in the 5th inning. That was Goose. She grounded out back in the game defensively, and now comes up to hit. Here's a ground ball back to Mueller. And the 1-3 putout ends the 7th inning. So the Huskies have one last chance. Going to the bottom of the 7th. It's UIW 2-1. This is Husky softball on the Legacy Sports Network. Going into the bottom of the 7th inning now. The good news, the Huskies will have the top of the order coming up. That's the good news, top of the order. The bad news is that they ain't got a hit yet. Just a couple of walks from the top 3 in the batting order for HBU. Heidi Huskies with a walk her last time up. But she's 0 for 2 in the game. Huskies now at 317, and the first pitch clipped her. So the Huskies have the potential tying run on now. That's how, as a former player, you like to be hit, just barely touch. Pitch up and in, huh? Got her on the either elbow or the sleeve there. So here's Bauer, the bunt, and got it. Nice play, but Huskies goes to second. Now she's going to score. The ball was thrown away. Huskies moved up to second and since nobody was covering third, kept running. And as the ball was thrown away down the left field line, she scores. And we're tied at 2. Bauer gets credit for the sacrifice bunt. And now we're going to see Cassie James pinch hit for Yannick. So that was the E on 4. Yeah. Second baseman Stevens back in the game.
Hey, just a base hit. Keep it going, 5. Keep it going.
So Bauer gets credit for the sacrifice. But Huskies was moving to third, going to be there anyhow, but then she scored on the throwing error by Stevens. Here's Cassie James. Cassie, a junior from Little Cypress, Mauriceville, takes a strike.
Hey, just a little base hit, 5. Just a little base hit. Keep it going.
Base is clear. Here is the ball, 1-1. There's ball 2.
Good eye, Cass. Look for yours, Cassie. Hit one you like, 5. Base hit right here.
2-1 pitch. There's a slice down the right field line, foul. So 2-2 pitch coming up to Cassie James. There's a line drive. That's going to go fair right down the right field line. The Huskies now have the winning run potentially on at first base.
Keep it going, 14. Keep it going.
Nicole Shed.
As Nicole Shed will come up, but we're going to have a pitching change for
Good job,
UIW.
Cassie. That's the way, Cass.
Come back after this, talk about the new pitcher.
For the Cardinals, number 26, Jessica.
New pitcher for UIW, Jessica Rodriguez.
Number 8, Denby Yannick.
Jessica, a sophomore from Oak Ridge up in South Montgomery County. Now Yannick's going to come back in and run at first base. She will come back in anyhow if the Huskies don't score another run to play second base. Rodriguez making her 6th appearance in the circle, 4th in relief, 0-2 with a .537 earned run average, and the first pitch to Nicole Shed is up and in for ball 1. Huskies have tied it with an unearned run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shed. Cole today 1 for 3, flight out twice, singled her last time up. She's down in the count 1-2. Yannick, the runner at first. And pitches away. It's 2-1. 2-2. He's battling through here, tying the game here in the 7th inning. Ball 3 is high. So Rodriguez in 14 in the 3rd innings this year has walked 10. Giving up 17 hits. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, that is to the shortstop. She'll go the short way. And it's a 6-4 put out on the fielder's choice, and Shed will take Yannick's place at first base. So here's Libby Brown. Libby scored the Huskies' first run after her 2nd inning double. Takes the first pitch down and in for a ball. Shad representing the winning run over at first base. Ball 2 away, 2-0. Brown gets on, Bushman would be up. Pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 the count.
Hey, Libby, have fun. Go hard, Nicole.
Rodriguez delivers. That's in for a strike. 2-2. Huskies trying to come back. They have not won a game this year when they've been trailing after 5 innings. There's ball 3 high, and another full count now to Brown. Shed over at first base. Get a little half step running start here. There's a pop-up. It's going to be out of play. Still 3-2. The runners cannot leave before the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. Not that much of a head start do you get in softball. Another 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball. I mentioned earlier, Libby had an extended at bat last week. Like 15 or 16 pitches. That was in the ACU series. Ball 4. Well, that moves Shad up to second base with the potential winning run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Brooke Bushman will come up. Brooke is 1 for 3 in this game. 1 of 6 hits for the Huskies. There's a ground ball. That is, oh, it's called fair. It's called fair, and it's a winning run for the Huskies as an RBI single, and the Huskies have won the game 3-2 on the RBI single by Bushman, just barely down the left field line. And immediately Will Blackman calls it fair. Now they're going to talk about it, it looks like. But that looked like, you know, we're not going to have a camera angle right down the line. But it is the umpire, the plate umpire's call. And now they're talking to Jorge Chapa, who's a third base umpire. It's not his call. It's the plate umpire's call to make that. And Mandy Gamboa is not happy about it because that is a W for HBU. Now they're still down there saying that was a foul ball. Not sure if anything's changing here because of the base umpires are now walking off, and that's the ball game. The Huskies win 3-2 on the RBI single by Brooke Bushman here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be back coming up for game 2 in about 20 minutes.